Hey, hey, hey. DHG playing Metal Gear Solid 4. Yeah, I'm letting you watch the install process here. I'm really enjoying my playthrough of this. Quite frankly, I forgot how good this game was. I don't think I played through it since maybe 2012, 2013-ish. So it's been a while. I went back and I played through Metal Gear Solid 3. Played through 5, obviously, because that's the most recent one. Metal Gear Solid Survive. That one sucked ass. That one wasn't made by Hideo Kojima either, though. Out of all of them, I think this one might be the most well-rounded and best overall. Metal Gear Solid 5 had the best gameplay, but its story was disjointed, nonsensical, and felt unfinished, to say the least. Metal Gear Solid 3 was the most innovative. It had some of the most interesting features I've seen in a game, especially at that point when it came out in like '05, I think. But its combat system left a lot to be desired, especially the base game with its camera angles, fixed camera angles. This game did everything right from the get-go. Mr. Paws jumping up with me. Don't be bumping your head off my microphone. You give me rubs and I won't do that. That's something that Japanese and German have in common. They love their gigantic words.
We'll launch a stealth nuclear warhead at JD.
I thought you couldn't control the nuke with GW.
We can't. We've taken over their guns and heavy weapons, but the WMDs are still under JD's control. That's where Rex comes in. I know where to find nukes they don't control. Vamp, how long until Rex is
Shadow
ready?
Moses Island.
All that's left is the final check. We've identified JD's location through GW, and abandoned 20th century satellite orbit, disguised as debris.
A clever place to hide.
Satellite orbit.
With a stealth nuke, there's no need to worry about the Patriots intercepting it. By the time they realize what's happening, it'll all be over.
Once JD, the core AI is destroyed, GW's priority will rise to 1, and all the systems under JD's control will then be ours to command. Now go, prepare our haven.
Yes, boss. What the devil is this?
The video feed from the Mark II cuts off here.
Haven. Yeah. Drebin was saying something about that.
In the beginning, the Patriots system was controlled by 4 AIs, with JD at the top. One of those AIs was GW. The Patriots thought it had been destroyed.
Yeah, that's right.
But Liquid was able
GW,
to use
George
it as cover
Washington.
to slip inside the system.
GW. I knew I'd heard that name before.
Yeah. GW was one of the Patriot Cell AIs.
Thomas
It was
Jefferson,
installed
Theodore
on
Roosevelt,
Arsenal.
and
Emma's worm should have put it permanently out of commission. But Liquid
Abraham
somehow
Lincoln.
recovered and repaired it. I'm guessing
JD,
must be
though.
unable to recognize GW, even though it's inside the Patriot system. It's a blind spot. GW was written off as lost while it was still tied in. Using it let Liquid interfere with the AI from the inside. He made contact under the guise of Big Boss's genetic code. Even the AI threat detection system was fooled.
Haven on the network. Free from oversight by the
I
Patriots.
wonder if JD is Jefferson Davies.
It all makes sense now. That's why they made Arsenal go berserk.
Was the
5
president
years
of
ago.
the so-called Confederacy.
GW was on board.
Where is this Haven? Where is their base?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is using the position of the Mark II's last transmission to predict the course of Liquid's ship. It's only a matter of time before we find him.
But that's not all Liquid said. Something about Rex being ready.
Rex. You mean Shadow Moses? It's Campbell.
The U.S. military systems are all in Liquid's hands now. The regional systems have all been shut down. Guns are falling silent across the earth. It's the first total ceasefire in human history.
How's the White House responding? The public.
The president has yet to make an official announcement. But the media is starting to pick up on it.
The information's gonna be controlled anyway.
Not this time. The war economy is ground to a complete halt. It's tough to play down a crisis of these proportions. War economy-related stocks are already going into a free fall.
They must be shitting themselves at the White House right about now.
In any case, America had better sleep soundly while she still can. Liquid's insurrection is about to begin. The first thing he'll do is try to destroy the system the Patriots built to control the U.S.
He's already taken the system.
No. Supreme authority still resides with JD, which the Patriots still command. Which is why Liquid plans to launch a nuclear strike on JD in its orbit.
But Liquid only controls SOP, and SOP only controls guns and small firearms. Unless he gains supreme authority, Liquid can't use America's nukes and ballistic missiles. So how's he gonna launch this strike?
Good question. The U.S. converted its nuclear arsenal to reliable replacement warheads 2 years ago.
RRWs.
Yes. The core of the RRWs is now completely ID controlled by the SOP system. You'd need supreme authority from JD itself to control them. And they can be shut down remotely in case of an emergency.
All the old nukes were pulled out of service when they deployed the replacements.
If Liquid can't use the nukes, then... then what's his plan?
That's it. He's going to use Rex.
What?
Rex was scrapped before the Sons of the Patriot system was implemented.
Of course. The railgun.
Indeed. Rex's railgun can launch a stealth nuclear warhead into space unconstrained by the system. In short, it's the only device they have that is able to launch a nuke. Liquid's going to use it to kill JD and deliver the coup de grace to the Patriots' reign.
Campbell, where's Rex now?
I think you know. A long-forgotten base in U.S. territory outside the Patriots' control. The place where Liquid made his debut. His monument. Off the Alaskan coast, in the Fox Archipelago.
Shadow Moses Island.
If Liquid destroys JD, and his GW assumes total control over the system, he'll have the world at his fingertips. And no one will be able to stop him. Not even the Patriots. You are the only ones who can save us now.
Kind of funny, the dichotomy that this game represents. You got one world living under the dictatorial control of a group of unknown people, represented by AIs in this game. They control the war economy, all this bad shit happening to humanity, and someone else is trying to break them free of that, but apparently has his own tyrannical ambitions. It's kind of hard to make the argument that staying with the status quo would be better.
Enough is enough, Snake. You can't take any more of this.
I'm not dead yet.
That's not what I mean. You can't beat Liquid. He's got the Patriots' own control system on his side. Not only are weapons useless, but the U.S. military is in shambles.
I mean, I've said in previous episodes that the whole Patriot system that's set up in this game as they explain it is... I mean, if he were to come out with a game like this today, people would obviously recognize it for what it is. The world after the Great Reset.
Face it, Snake.
But this was in 2008. No one was even talking about that stuff besides like Alex Jones, and people everyone just thought he was nuts.
We never stood a chance.
It's not about winning or losing.
People see things ahead of time. It's either that, or some sort of clairvoyant wunderkinds, which I would argue Hideo Kojima is, and the people that make South Park, because they have a continuous history of calling the shots about 10 to 15 years before they happen. So they're either clairvoyant wunderkinds that can just see the trajectory of where the human race is going to go, or they have ties within the intelligence agencies. I'm thinking it's one of the two. Or it could be a third option where they just know human history, they've studied human history, and when they hear something completely crazy to their ears, they think there might be some validity behind this. Because a lot of people read Mein Kampf, Hitler's My Struggle, or whatever it translates to, and thought, yeah, guy's a lunatic, he'll never do it. Oh no, he did it. He said he was going to do it. Just like all the nut jobs in the Bilderberg Group, Club of Rome, WEF today. They say they're going to do it. You better take their goddamn word for it.
I'm living my life by my own will.
Raiden,
I won't live a proxy life. A slave to someone else's will.
That's the dream of everyone.
one that no light will
Most
shine
people
on.
aren't even aware of it.
As long as you follow me,
You fall into that group think. Better find a way out.
You and I are both just pawns in this proxy war.
Makes you wonder how much human flesh and bone is left on him.
We will have our freedom.
Raiden,
I'll release you. It's the only way I'll ever be free.
Raiden, 5 years ago, that's not what I meant.
I've got nothing to lose.
Don't be an idiot. You know you've got someone to protect.
It was never going to work out for me. It even rained the day I was born.
You've got it all wrong. You were the lightning in that rain. You can still shine through the darkness.
The lightning.
Raiden, look at me.
He has to move his whole body to just look.
Do you see this?
Solid Two-Face. Flip a coin.
I have no future. In a few months, I'm going to be a weapon of mass destruction. You have a family.
I have no family. I have nothing. I have always been alone. Always.
Raiden.
Don't leave me here. Alone.
This is my fight. My destiny.
Dr. Emmerich?
Mei Ling.
I got the results back. It's official. He's on Shadow Moses Island. We lost Metal Gear Mark II's signal along the way, but the ship was headed in the direction of Shadow Moses. This is a picture of the island taken by a civilian imagery satellite. The sea line is rising due to global warming. Have you heard that the entire Fox archipelago
Global warming is
about halfway
shit.
into the ocean? The surrounding islands have already been evacuated.
Liquid's arrival there can only mean one thing.
Global warming is the greatest
He is
farce
going to use
of
Rex.
the 21st century. They even tried that shit in the 20th century and they couldn't
All the
pull it
Metal
off
Gears
then.
after Rex were
I
embedded
guess
with
people were
system
smarter at
IDs.
that point.
Then what about Rex? What did Washington do with it?
The nuclear disposal facility on Shadow Moses hasn't been touched since the incident.
That was 9 years ago.
The president of Arms Tech and the DARPA chief were killed.
You
and the
really
Secretary of
think all
Defense
these
was arrested.
WEF,
By the time
Bilderberg
Shadow
Group,
Moses
Club of
incident
Rome
was over,
oligarchs
there
give
wasn't
two
a single
flying
person
fucks
left
about
there
the
who knew what took
environment?
place.
They're the ones that destroyed
It's
it.
as if nothing had ever happened. The data was either falsified
All
or
their
erased,
electric
so no
cars are just going to
traces would be
destroy
left
it more
behind.
with all the mining,
We were
cobalt, and all the
exiled to
other
Dust
shit they
Star for
need,
the same
lithium,
reason. Rex and the nuke should still
exploiting
be where they
child
were
slavery
9
in
years ago.
Africa and South America.
Untouched.
A forsaken island. A haven.
Well, I'd say it's more like
Not
a
to mention
forgotten
carbon has absolutely nothing to do with heat.
island. And it's sinking too.
The biggest factor behind global rising temperatures is the
But I'll
sun.
never go back.
Behind that is water vapor.
It'll take me a while to get there, but I'll be backing you up from aboard the Missouri. She's the only ship in the fleet still
Only
able
the
to
dumbest of humans would
move.
believe
Since it
that
was
humans
decommissioned before the
have an
system was
impact
put in place.
on the climate.
And Hawaii's not that far away. Otacon, you're not wearing your glasses anymore.
Oh, yeah. I switched to contacts.
We rendezvous at Shadow Moses.
What makes me laugh is all the climate activists. The targets they're attacking, like your average day, average Joe,
He who defies heaven shall perish.
and completely leaving these giant corporations alone. That's just the activism that they're taught to
I
do.
have to atone for my
That's not
past.
actual activism.
Rex is a beast. Born from my research. Let's go. Shadow Moses awaits.
I would have to say what draws the line between fake activism and real activism. With fake activism, you can do your thing, your activism, and if there's no negative consequences to your life, it's not really activism. Real activists have something to lose. If what you're doing is moral or not. Like, you can be one of those Antifa bums that get thrown in jail, but if what you're doing is moral or not, that's another question. And you're fighting fascism, but yet you promote all the systems of oligarchy and the establishment in place that is fascism. And you're all paid by George Soros, one of the biggest tyrants out there, overthrowing democratic governments across the world. Not look familiar? This is from Metal Gear Solid 1. Let's see if the guard is still over here where I can do figure eights in the snow and he'll just follow them endlessly. Yep, there he is. Come on, turn. Huh?
Whose
What
footprints are
footprints?
these?
That's right. That's right. Keep on going. I wonder where this guy could be. Sometimes I feel like someone's jerking me around. You gotta love exploiting the old AI. Camera. Geisa. He's like, hey, I gotta stop chasing those footprints. Oh, that's even PS1 upscaled. The original PS1 played in... God, I forget what the resolution was on that thing. 260 or something. Something really low. But hey, it could render 3D environments. The only game that I remember for that on the big consoles, which would have been the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, the only game I remember, one that I still own, that was able to render a 3D environment was a first-person shooter called Zero Tolerance. I think it was the first console shooter ever made.
Shadow Moses.
If it wasn't the first, it's close to it. I got some new recording equipment that should allow me to capture Sega Genesis gameplay, so I'll have to try that at some point. But the only way they pulled off rendering that on the Sega Genesis was making a very, very small display at the top of the screen that showed the actual gameplay. The rest of it was all just charts and filler material like maps. Didn't understand why they did that back then, because it made playing on a small TV like really hard on your eyes. Shadow Moses Island.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah, I just slipped a little. Have to hurry.
Yeah, aging sucks.
Meet the Mark III. It's our last replacement, so try not to break it.
He says that's just lying in the snow.
One more thing. I don't see anybody around, but there are unmanned sentries patrolling the area.
I gotta be willing to bet that this environment that they're in right now is probably about negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Which, of course, if there's any well, a lot of my shit gets banned in Russia. That's usually because of music, copyright, so. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of my videos, if it's got some type of music in it, whoever holds the copyright doesn't want it playing in Russia, because the Ukraine war, they think they're doing something virtuous, and they're just being dumbasses. But yeah, if I have anyone watching in Russia when this comes out, I say negative 20 Fahrenheit, they're gonna be like, heh, heh. We swim in negative 20 Fahrenheit. Oh, that's one of them. The operator. I wish they'd stop throwing that in my inventory. Every time I take it out, they just put it right back in. It's almost like Hideo Kojima loves to troll his players. How did I wind up with 46 grenades? Destroyed unmanned weapon. What is that? 5.7 by... Oh, that's the 5.7 ammo. What are those little blips? Oh, they're rats. Okay. Hello, rats. Do you want to gnaw my face off? Metal Gear Solid 3, you kill one with a fork and eat it. I used up quite a lot of AR-15 ammo back in that Raging Raven boss fight. Oh, yeah. Grabbing shop, I completely forgot about that thing. How much money do I have? A bit. Desert Eagle. Makarov. I don't remember what that thing's called. The PP-18 or something like that. MP5 is just the MP40's big brother. The FAL. A Japanese muzzleloader. Is this the saw? I'll take it. Saiga. Oh shit, I forgot about that sniper rifle. Oh well, I would have saved up for that, but... I think once I get to a certain point in this game, where the farming area is, I might just save up enough there to get that. Fires the 9x18 Makarov round. Lower pressure and less energy than the 9mm Parabellum. It still gets the job done. The reason why they went for a lower power round than what the West was using was primarily because of the type of pistol they wanted to build around it. I can't think of one single example where they built the gun first and then built what was going to go in it. They usually build the cartridge first and then build the gun around that. Is this the saw? Where is that damn thing? It looks like the saw, the M249. Yeah, M249. I was going to say, wasn't this in the game? I said that a couple videos ago, but here it is. The only difference between this and the bigger Western machine guns is that this fires the 7.62 by 51 NATO round, and this fires the same rifle or same bullet as the AR-15 5.56. I've heard a lot of soldiers complain about this thing, saying it doesn't have enough long-range firepower. It's not. They complain about its penetration. Or lack thereof. Not very good at penetrating obstacles. Oh, and I got this grenade launcher. That thing should be fun. I got so nostalgic when I played through this first part, the first time I played through this. My god, that snow is blinding. He did a really good job of recreating that.
Hi, D. What's a Russian gunship doing here?
Wow, He must be crazy to fly hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Where I live now, we don't get snow, but where I used to live, yeah. You would get snow blindness like that. You could not see a thing. It was so bright, too. Kinda similar to walking on a beach in the middle of August or July with the sun beaming off the sand. Snow does the same thing. Except you're freezing your balls off. I missed something. Yeah, what is that? RPG. I got role-playing game ammo.
It looks like the front hangar door is open. A little bit, at least. You can get in that way if you want.
A Mark 23, 45 caliber. I remember this thing from Call of Duty. This was like a special operations pistol or something. Be completely honest, as much as I know about guns, I don't know anything about this one. I don't even know who made it. $12 rounds for a 45 ain't bad. Slightly large, yeah. I was gonna say, you generally don't get very large capacity magazines with a 45 ACP. The bolts are just too round. Take up a lot of room. I think he has a flashback down here. Let's see if I could initiate it. Let's see if I could trigger it. Getting so triggered. Don't mind me if I hump the wall. But yep, there it is, the camera. Come on, Snake, do it. Maybe it only activates if you come this way instead of the left.
Snake, this is McDonnell Miller. Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
The situation.
No one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about
Bonus, 100 DP. Apparently Dreppin's just handing out points now. Feeling generous. Don't think I can open that. I think I might bust out the FAL. Carbine. You see the length of that barrel? That ain't no damn carbine. Of course, I don't know what the original barrel length was on the FAL, but that's certainly a long barrel you got there. Here's these damn things. Oh, they dropped GSRs. Okay, I thought they dropped 5.7s. I'm gonna need something that holds more ammo. Like the saw. Oh, you can customize that thing? Of course you can. You've got a rail system. I don't really use the site, so screw that. Get all those GSRs. That one was holding Desert Eagle. Wait a minute, did I just hear a gecko? Oh yeah, there is a gecko down there, but it's outside. This thing blows through ammo too quickly. Get off me, you punk bitch. Have a grenade. An underhand throw, because Snake throws like a girl. I couldn't remember if they knocked you over when they blew up or not. Boy, the defenses look a little different this time around. You could give me some 7.62 NATO ammo, you know, game, if you're feeling generous. Nope, can't have that, but here's some 45 ACP. Bust out the MAC-10. Nothing under that, Abrams. I have no use for this here. I don't even think anything's, human. My neighbor used to have one of these. He was gonna take me shooting with him the one time, but we kind of... What? Oh, okay, I read that wrong. 3 times the energy of 45 caliber rounds. That'd be about 1,100 foot-pounds. Yeah, that's about right. Extremely strong recoil. That's a mild way of putting it. It's got the same amount of power as the 5.56 round from point blank range. Almost. They're close. Why would you want a pistol that has that much energy? Why wouldn't you? I mean, a Desert Eagle is not practical whatsoever for self-defense, but for owning and going to the range, hell yeah.
Ah! Look out! Run, Snake!
I'm not running. I got javelin missiles, why would I run?
Aim for the legs. Knock the gecko over, then aim for the neck.
How about you shut up?
Come in, Snake.
Did you just jump on my head?
Snake! Snake!
I think I'll pick it up here in the next video.